Zach show. I'm taking over.
I'm taking over. Welcome to another episode of the Camp Oddwood podcast, featuring your hosts, Zachary Jeetle and Alex Hal.
Jeetle. Related to Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle?
Cheadle.
Similar last names
Similar.
don't usually mean that you're related.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I could be
you'd
like
have to have the same last name.
a cousin? Or like a second cousin?
Like Cheadle, when he was going to become an actor, they were like, Jeetle just doesn't sound sellable. If you could go with Cheadle.
Yeah. And he had to change his particular like stage name.
Yeah, then in that case, he could be related to you.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you could be part Rwandan.
Okay.
So, Henry's not here today. He's absent. Sucks. We're both sad. And to cope with it, we decided to be twinsies.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Beanies and sweaters. Beanies and sweaters.
He texted me last night. He was like, you know what to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I still have no idea. And
See?
I guess I lucked out.
That's how in sync we are. If you guys don't believe in twin syncing or ESPN or
I don't believe in ESPN. I don't get my news sources from them.
yeah, or telepathy, then this is proof right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was not coordinated.
Oh, you have a
Unscripted.
Supreme? You do Supreme? You like Supreme? That's Supreme.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll buy it off you for $3,000.
Oh.
Good, because that wasn't good. Whoa. See,
I don't know.
That's too rich for my blood.
Yeah, pizza? Got pizza?
Yeah,
Vans
pizza.
pizza?
Pizza.
Oh, there you go. She has a Vans one too.
We have no pizza.
We all wearing beanies.
Yeah.
Or the beanie family.
We all trying to keep our hair warm.
Hair warm. Or the head.
My head's already warm with all the hair I have, but that hair needs to stay warm.
I guess you're right.
I'm keeping my hair really long, so it keeps the back of my neck warm. I know.
Is that why you're keeping your hair long?
No, I'm just lazy. I don't know. And then I started to like it. It's a new look.
I like it.
Thank you.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I want to slowly turn into Black Asian Jesus.
You're definitely going that route.
Yeah.
And very hipster Jesus, I might add.
Oh. Yeah.
So.
Hey,
work.
hipster Jesus.
Good
Yeah.
work.
I mean, I am going to get a pair of Birkenstocks. And then I'm also going to start wearing those pants that you can't see your junk.
I don't know what pants you're talking about.
Carrie.
Carrie, the movie?
Yeah. Sorry. Carrie.
And the light went out.
Yeah.
And we're back.
And we're back. Whew.
All right. So that's a good cue, huh?
Yeah. See, but that you saw that strength that I pulled from the
telepathy.
telepathy. You get the telepathy.
You get the telepathy. You have the gift.
Are you using telekinesis? You're a mutant. You're a mutant, Harry.
Oh God. I wanted to say it like how you said it, but then I forgot how you said it, and so I tried to say it the right way, but then it just got all.
You just said it all dyslexic. That was good. That was great. Oh man, they should make a reboot where they smash X-Men and Harry Potter together. That'd be perfect. You're a mutant, Harry.
You know how easy it would be to kill Voldemort?
If you're a mutant?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because why?
I just feel like there's somebody in the X-Men universe, which is ultimately the Marvel universe, because they dabble in with all the Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
There's somebody that can just like vaporize him and all the Hulk cruxes or whatever at the same time.
Oh, yeah. How funny would that be? It's like right after he like, I can touch you, and then he touches him on the forehead like this, and then he's like, I'm alive. Oh, it is me, here, Voldemort. And then Cyclops is just like,
He's not dead, but he's seriously injured.
and then all the fucking Death Eaters like, oh shit, and then Wolverine's just like, what's up, bub? sing. He's like, oh my god, Wingardium Leviosa.
Isn't there somebody that could like control spirits and ghosts, or like,
no, probably, yeah,
and like trap all the Death Eaters and stuff?
yeah.
I think it's just very unfair.
But Jubilee would be working at she'd be throwing the fireworks in the air during the Quidditch tournament. 10 points to Gryffindor.
That's true. That's true. That'd be a weird mashup.
Yeah. Remind me never to name my child Jubilation, though.
Oh no, unless you have fireworks coming out of your hands.
But then your code name is Jubilee. Jubilation Lee.
What was she supposed to be?
Asian.
What kind? What? From where?
I think Chinese with
Really?
Lee, I imagine. But she was adopted.
By white folk?
I think so, yeah.
Or black folk?
White folks.
Or the Latino folk? Or the Slavic folk?
I don't know. Have you ever met like a kid who was adopted by minorities? Have all those weird like. I mean, they probably do, but they never show it on TV or like after school specials where it's like, who am I?
I don't.
You're trying to turn me into you. You're trying to rip me of my culture, right? But usually, if it's like a white kid who's adopted by a black family, it's like, hey man, thanks for that adoption thing. That was cool.
To answer a question, I don't think I've ever met anybody that was adopted, to my knowledge. I could have, but
You met me. I was adopted and then given back.
Oh, well,
to my
remember
parents.
how I wanted to talk about those churches? We're changing the subject to your adoption.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how'd that go?
They're like, yuck, and then he gave me back to my parents, and then they're like, I guess we'll raise him. I don't know why we even thought of
That sounds
doing
about
the
right.
adoption thing. Anyway, we have money and
Unfortunately,
and
you
we're
didn't-
together.
You didn't turn out to be a chess prodigy either, and addicted to drugs.
Yeah, I think I could have if I wasn't adopted.
No, you have to be adopted.
Oh. Yeah, that's too bad.
You have to be an orphan.
Yeah. No. I wasn't adopted. If you
That's why
believe
you're so
it,
bad at chess.
So I'm not.
It was a joke.
I try really hard
It's a joke.
when I'm playing chess. What is that dating show where everybody's nude?
Naked it? No.
Naked on a date. I don't know.
No, I was gonna say naked and afraid, but that's how I feel
On
when I
a
go on
date.
the first date.
Yeah.
If I'm naked and I'm terrified.
Yeah, but yeah, she won that lawsuit because I guess there was like a section where the blur was just off enough to like show a lip of her vagina for a second. And then she's like, "Oh, I felt so violated." That and it's like, and she won, but it's kind of like, what do you mean you felt violated? You signed up for a naked dating show. Some comfort has to be present.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so weird. Anybody would do anything for money. Would
Yeah.
you? Would you go on a naked dating show?
For money?
Yeah.
No, not right now.
Well,
Oh,
I was implying like
if I was single.
Yeah. No, of course you wouldn't go now.
I mean, yeah, because I don't care about that kind of thing. I don't care if my dick is on TV. But I mean, the amount of money that they would pay me, I probably wouldn't do it.
That's why I'm saying. That's. What I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah. I mean, yeah. No, probably
Are
not.
you actually going on there for a date, or are you going on?
Like
there
if we're talking about the true logistics of doing that, no. Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I would get paid the same amount to have my clothes on, probably. Or probably it's a little bit more, but not enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it at all. I'll do Next or Room Raiders.
Room Raiders.
Or the one where the parents try to choose a date for their...
Oh, God, no, I would not have.
You remember that? Parental Control.
Parental Control, is that what it's called?
Yeah. It was the one where it was fake as fuck, but they were basically like, "Oh, we hate her. We hate his girlfriend. We hate him. Hate her. We hate his girlfriend. She is terrible. She's so mean to him. She takes all of his money. Get her out of here." And then he gets to go on a date with 3 other women, and then he either gets to decide, or no, 2 other women, and decides if he wants to stay with his girlfriend or...
Yeah, that's 100%
choose
fake.
Yeah.
Because if I was the one that was to be made out as crazy and all that, and my significant other was going on a gaming or a dating show, I'd just leave.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I know where your head's at. But, I mean...
But there was a girl that worked at the camp that I used to work at, and she had went on it. And she said like, "Oh, I had a boyfriend at the time," and she was one of the girls that was trying to be the new girlfriend. And she was like, "Oh, I had a boyfriend at the time," so like, but they just said to do it anyway. So yeah, like I wasn't obligated for anything. It was like, oh wow, that's whack.
People will watch stuff if they find it entertaining, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't find that stuff entertaining.
I hear that you have something to discuss regarding church.
Yeah, I was just curious. I mean, it is Sunday today.
Sunday, that's a church day.
And I saw way too many today. Not like that's a bad thing.
Way too many churches or church goers?
Both.
Okay.
But like the small Latino churches. So when I was on my way here, and then I got a call from my dad telling me to feed my cat, I looked at my gas gauge, and it was all the way to the thing that stops the gauge from going all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
And my light was on, but I put $25 worth of gas in last night. Oh, so I freaked out forgetting that I put gas in my car. So I pulled over off of Burbank, off the 170, looking for a gas station. And on my way to a gas station, just one right after the other, I kept seeing, and they were loud. They get really loud because they're all outside now.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can't congregate inside. And most of those places are the size of a retail space.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I just saw a lot today. And then on my way from my house to your house, I saw even more.
I guess I never really thought about them.
Yeah.
But remember, there were a few of them on the street that we lived on in SF.
Yeah.
Like, and they would like do them in laundromats or in random. It would just be a random, like a rec room.
Yeah. So I'm just curious, like, how does that even work? Like, are these actual pastors? 1. I mean, 2, it's like, what's like, if that's like a thing to have, what's the highest point of having that? Is it a mega church? Because I haven't seen.
Oh, so you're like wondering if like somebody,
what's the progression level?
Oh, like somebody's like, oh, how am I gonna like move up in this arena?
Yeah.
I got to start at the bottom. Oh, I'll just start in my backyard. Oh, I have money for a space.
Well, yeah, because I've seen places that like 1 or 3 people are at.
Wow.
But then I see other places where there's just a whole gang of people.
I guess we never really think about it, but yeah, I think in part that probably is what it is. And then part of it is, it's almost like, kind of like physical religious YouTube. Like you're just like creating an audience, and people are like, oh, I really like what this, like word of mouth, like I really like what this guy's saying. He's talking about forgiveness. He's talking about hope. And
it's usually like within the community.
But then you start, but yeah, that makes sense. Like you would start from like a smaller community position and then grow out, and then but then that's how some of these people like leverage it, where they'll be like, oh, I can like get like donors. I have enough like people donating, and I can, you know, go to the government for money, and they can kind of get it figured out to create these mega churches, which, I mean, it's hard not to feel like 80% of mega church owners are crooks.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. So it's like, that's another thing I wanted to think about, was like, are there a lot of people going to the bigger ones because they feel like the dude actually means what he says? Or is he just like...
I think it's the sense of community. Because like the size, they're like... The size of the community feels so huge. Yeah. So then they feel like... oh, it's so many people to feel close to, and to just look around.
Yeah, because the one that I saw coming to your house today, that was like the highest one I've ever seen. They had barbecue going on.
Oh wow!
They had music. They had the awning. It was outside in a parking lot.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of people there. They were all singing and.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, that shit's nice though, especially like you grow up with it. Like that's a sense of community. Of course, you'd be.
Yeah, there's all different types.
Dedicated to it.
Groups. There's adults, men that I look like they were roaming the streets when they were our age.
That might be the other thing right now, though, is that because they're congregating outside, it's visible. So people might, maybe I could just like pass by and like
talk to a few people.
Yeah, talk to some people, or like just listen to what they have to say, and then they're like, oh shit, interesting, and then they start going to the church. So maybe it might be. I mean, and you know, especially in these trying times, people are looking for hope and stuff, and if just by walking down the street, all of a sudden that's available, I'm sure people will probably be more interested. So
now, if that's your job and you're getting donations, technically that's your paycheck in a sense, right?
I mean, yeah. The thing is, like, that's part of what gets dicey to me is because if you're like a real church, like you're real, like really about that life, and you open up a mega church or not even a mega church, but open up a church and stuff. What if the money is coming from the people and here and there or whatever, and that's what you do? Why would you be allowed to use that money to indulge on BMWs, condos, houses, and all kinds of stuff? All of it should be going into
the community,
and the church, and you should be trying to save the money to be able to do charity for the community, or all that money should be going back to the community. And if you're a really good person, like, yeah, you need to live, understandably. But I would imagine from the teachings that you would try to live relatively modestly. I don't know why. I don't know how it makes sense to you to follow somebody who owns a church and has a Rolls Royce and is wearing Rolexes. Or like, you remember there's that, I think it was that hurricane that happened a couple of years ago, and they had that big mega church and they locked it up and wouldn't let anybody use it for shelter. And then they got called out for it, and they're like, "Oh, we just weren't ready to let people in. We wanted to get ready first," or some stupid shit. And it's like, Ready for when? Now you're open after the hurricane? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like some dumb shit. And then, but a lot of them are kind of like that. Like they didn't want homeless people all over it and stuff. Like, we want to keep it nice or whatever. I don't know.
It's like, isn't that?
It doesn't seem
who you're supposed to
godly.
be anyways?
Yeah.
Homeless people would be the first.
Yeah. I mean, that's also the thing too. Like, not to bring it to too much of a political place, but a generalization is that a lot of religious people, I don't want to say at all of them or most even, but I'll just say we are aware that a lot of religious people, or a lot of very Christian people, and just religious in general, tend to be a little bit more conservative politically because they're conservative religiously and how they carry themselves or whatever. But it does seem that wouldn't it, like, it's a bit coarse. They're a bit coarse with how they want to deal with people who are in need of charity, and they're not as, or isn't the big thing like, oh, if I want to be charitable, that should be my option. It shouldn't be. That's why I shouldn't have to give my money to the government to do for the less fortunate on my behalf, type of thing, right? That's kind of the conservative view. But then if that's the case, then if it's the responsibility of the individual, and the church is one of the biggest entities that's supposed to be charitable, and you can't even trust the church to be charitable, or you don't hold your church accountable for not being charitable, or like there's way less checks and balances, and even way more getting skimmed off the top than even like the bureaucracy of government from the money that you donate and then it getting to charity
or anywhere outside of whoever's pocket.
Yeah. So if you're kind of, I guess, basing, like, hoping that the money that you give to the church and the church is supposed to do it, and you're the fucking pastors and shit, or reverend or whoever is in a BMW, and just to bring this to
probably took like 1,000 people to pay for that.
Yeah, and just
more.
To kind of bring this home, and I don't know who I might offend in my family or who, but I have a cousin who is like that.
Like,
he is exactly that type of person who he doesn't actually want to work, but he's so deep into God, but he's he's a crooked human being. And he uses all that, like, he's very well spoken, and like he has a lot of charisma, and he could definitely make that kind of thing happen. And it seems like he's on the path to trying to be one of those people who would own a mega church. And it seems like from the steps that he's taking, I think that's where he's trying to go.
Okay.
And he's the type of person who doesn't want to be seen in anything less than a BMW or a Mercedes. And he's the type of person who would leverage even taking away from the most generous person in our family and basically stealing from that person. But this is a God-loving man, right? Sociopath.
Yeah, it's dicey.
Yeah.
It's very dicey.
But it's hard for me not to believe that a lot of people like him are the ones that you're giving your money to in these mega churches. Yeah. I don't know that that's the case with these tiny Latino churches or whatever. If they really are just about like, well, we need something for our community, and they're just doing their thing, then that's great. But
I guess it depends on the type of church, because when I was living in Inglewood, down the street, there's this church, and they threw barbecues every once in a while for like the whole community. 28th Street. And then 27th and 29th as well, because it was the only church in the neighborhood. And I would go there all the time and just get free food.
Yeah, it's nice.
They're giving back. to the community, And so I wouldn't believe, I don't know. I haven't seen a mega retail church.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems funny to me, but it kind of seems a little rude at the same time. But I don't know. It feels different when I look at it.
Yeah.
It feels good. I mean, they're loud sometimes, but sometimes you gotta be loud.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm happy to see people. If that's what you need.
Yeah. I wish they were all wearing masks, that part.
Oh, that is problematic.
Me.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many people I saw that didn't have a mask on, or had a mask on, I should say.
But that does kind of bring me does remind me of, it does feel like that kind of thing does end up being, like in Africa, you remember? They eat the poo-poo. The poo-poo comes out and they lick it. They eat the poo-poo.
Like
why
this.
you eat the poo-poo?
Like this.
Like this. Why you eat the poo-poo? And they're just all they're talking about is like homophobic.
Homophobic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well.
And then the audience is like, ew. I don't want to eat the poo-poo. Why do they eat the poo-poo?
Why do they eat the poo-poo?
That's a good question.
Why are you so very uneducated on this matter? I mean, yes, there are a lot of people that eat poop, I imagine, but...
Yeah. Maybe, focus on the Germans, huh?
What?
German Scheiße porn?
Oh.
I don't know. I've never watched this. I don't know the frequency yet.
Yeah, it's all word of mouth for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the...
I mean, I think the only one that any of us have seen...
German steamboat.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know what that is, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to. I don't think I don't need to.
The rusty trombone.
Oh, God.
That one I can't really picture. But...
Wait, rusty trombone is just like the kind of doo-doo butthole?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think so.
Because if that's what it is, then I feel like a lot of people have done it not on purpose.
Well,
just like,
yeah.
if it's like, a little bit of shit on the butthole and you clean it.
Why you eat the poo-poo?
Yeah. It's like, because she did not clean. She didn't wipe. I didn't mean to eat the poo-poo.
But yeah, I think it's just all word of mouth. And I don't want to see that stuff, so.
Yeah, me neither. All right. Well,
no.
I think it's time for a game. Are you ready for a game?
I'm never ready for a game.
So, today's game is going to be movie-based again. But what we're going to do is we're going to act it out. So, each of us is going to take turns acting out a movie. And then we're going to see which one of us... and then we're going to try to get it. Because... there aren't really options. It's just the two of us.
I was gonna ask you, can I look up quotes? It'll help me act things out more.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Cool. But you're gonna have to go first because I put.
You want me to go first?
I need to find the movie that I'm gonna do.
Okay.
First.
I don't know if I can. This one I don't know if I'll be able to. Oh, actually, okay. All right. You might have to brace yourself.
No, okay. Brace yourself. It's about to get loud.
So headphones. Brace yourself, headphones. Well, I find that there have been a lot of lies told in this here.
Django.
Yeah.
You could do another one if you like.
No, that was good.
Because I recently just watched it.
So. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was going to do the whole thing. Keep all four of your palms on that there turtle shell tabletop.
How do you know the line so well? Do you fucking study this thing?
I just watched that scene so much. Yeah. We'll smash Broomhilda's skull here. Yeah. And see if she has those 3 dimples. Yeah.
You do know the fucking line, Jesus. This might be a little hard though, but I could do a few quotes.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm ready.
I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do this, but yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
I don't know why this is so weird for me right now. And the quote's pretty funny too. I will give you 3 seconds, exactly 3 fucking seconds to wipe that stupid grin off your face, or I'll gouge out your eyeballs and skull fuck you.
Is that Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Gunnery Sergeant.
Nice. Nice.
I thought that was like one of the more...
That was pretty good. Wait.
Better lines.
Was it... This is also from that movie, right? How tall are you, Private? 6'1". I didn't know they stack shit that high.
Yeah, it was how tall are you, Private?
Oh,
sir, 5'9", sir.
Oh,
5'9". I didn't know he stacked shit that high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That was good. You got it. All right.
Sweet.
All right.
All right. Here's one. Let me do 2 because I know this one's gonna be really simple.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna do the harder one. These are both gonna be from the same movie.
Okay.
All right, ready? So if you don't get the first one, then I'll do a second one, and then you'll probably get it for sure in the second.
Okay.
I think he's gonna say something. I'm tired.
Forrest Gump. I think I'm tired. I think I'll go home now. Damn it, I was going to do Forrest Gump too.
Oh, really? Fuck. Yeah. I thought you might, but sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Because God damn it. That was the next one I was going to do. Not that particular line, but this one, okay. This one's easy. But if I say the name, then you're going to get it immediately. So maybe I can choose a different line from the movie. No, his name is said all the time. He crawled through 1 mile of shit and came out a free man on the other side. I didn't want to say his name in that line.
Oh.
Andy Dufresne crawled through 1 mile of shit and came out a free man.
8 Mile.
What? Did you say 8 Mile?
8 Mile?
Andy Dufresne.
Django. No, wait, Shawshank Redemption?
Yes. Yeah. I was like, wait, what? Sorry, that was bad. See, I told you I was going to be terrible at this.
No, I was just fucking with you. No, I got
you were fucking with
me?
me? Oh. I'm so gullible. So gullible.
Django and Jane.
Django Unchained. Yeah, I love that movie.
8 Mile?
8 Mile?
All right. I got, which one was it? Oh, I got one. Dude, one name? Just one name?
Super bad.
Yep.
I watched that recently too.
Oh, really?
I watched it with Elizabeth. One name.
Mom spaghetti. Mom spaghetti. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already.
Yeah.
Ha.
Let's see. Okay, I think I can come up with more movies than this. Oh, don't kill me. I'm Jewish. What's that list?
What?
Schindler's List.
Oh my god.
That was the one earlier. I said that. You just butcher it. That's why. Oh no! Don't kill me. I'm Jewish. What's
but the voice you did, I was like Shrek. You sounded like the gingerbread man. I was like, was that a joke in Shrek? I don't remember that line.
Shrek?
Well, that did sound very Shrekish, but I was like, that sounds like the fucking gingerbread man. I was like, did they write that in Shrek? No way.
No, they did. They would have gotten Me Too'd.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Anti-Semitic. Yeah, they would have gotten attacked for sure.
How about this simple line? That's one big pile of shit.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
Okay, you got one?
I have one. This one's pretty... Let's see if you know it. Know this one. Do you think I could get a... Or he wants to know if he could get a picture with you. Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. No gang signs, please.
God damn it.
I'm just playing. Throw it up.
God damn it. What movie was this?
Here's another one from the same movie. And those are... Oh, fuck. I was about to give it away, actually.
Oh, really? Damn.
And that's real power, that's real power, gentlemen.
Oh, Iron Man.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. That's why I was so... God damn it. Okay. Sorry. My quote's not loading yet. I don't know if you'll get this one. But I gotta find it first. Where are you? Huh.
Where's your head at?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Brad! Janet? Dr. Scott! Brad! Rocket!
What? I don't know.
Let's do the time warp again.
Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
What? That was my favorite part.
Really?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen that movie.
That was like one of my favorite lines from that movie where they're just all saying their name because they're all surprised. Brad! Janet! Brad! Dr. Scott! Rocket! And he says his own name. Rocket. It's so funny.
That reminds me.
Meatloaf's in it too, so that's always fun.
That reminds me of one. I have one more. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Dude, you got a tattoo. What does it say? Dude, what does mine say?
Dude, where's my car?
Yeah.
I got one.
Indy! Indiana Jones.
The little kid.
Indy.
Yeah. That's all I got for myself right now.
All right. Well, that was a good run. That was fun. That was a fun time.
Put the lotion in the basket before you get the hose again. Put the lotion in the basket.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Goodbye, horses.
Beautiful.
That was Silence of the Lambs, right?
Yep. All right. So,
before that cover, that movie cover, the VHS cover, or just the cover of that movie, always scared me.
Oh yeah. Was that the one with the
butterfly?
Yeah.
On the lip. It just looked eerie to me. It still does.
That shit was scary to me too. I remember I'd always go into the horror section of the video store and like, oh, Mom, can we rent this? And she'd be like, no, not unless you want to get your fucking shit scared out of you.
I think it's technically on the top 100 movies on IMDb. Obviously, The Godfather's number one. But
Deserved. I give it a deserve.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I could be wrong. I thought I saw it on this list.
Well,
that's another game we should play.
What's on the top 100?
And see if we actually agree.
Oh, okay. Next time.
Yeah.
Come on back for some movie-based games.
Get your fat ass back over here.
All right, so I think it's time for Chronicles of Reddit.
Finally, fuck. This one's interesting, I thought. The title goes, Am I the asshole for giving my family the silent treatment over their slut bet?
Already no.
It's not a long post, but it's there. I'm a freshman in college, and before college, I was homeschooled basically my whole life. Because of that, I have pretty bad social anxiety. Regardless of that, I was really excited to go to college and finally have freedom, apart from the whole COVID safety measures. My parents really didn't want me to go and threw a huge fit about it since they think I only want to go sleep around and drink. Every time I spoke to them while I was away, they would try to get me to come back home, so I stopped answering their calls as often, which really pissed off my mom. I went from talking to my parents multiple times a day to around once a week, though I would still speak with my siblings. Once a week? I don't even get that when I was away.
Yeah.
Like once every... twice.
Once every twice? Oh, shit. Once every twice. That's
once every twice.
Slim pickings.
No, I think it only happened like twice.
What? You were the entire time you were out?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's like...
I can only remember 2 times.
That's like once every 2 years.
I usually did some of the calling.
Oh, okay.
Like, but only like when I had the shingles.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely called my parents to let them know and stuff, yeah. Or wish them a happy birthday or Merry Christmas. But yeah, no, they didn't fucking call me. They only called me like 2 or 3 times. Anyways, back to the story. They were literally obsessed with the idea of me leaving their home and becoming a whore, which was odd since they'd never been like that before. They have this idea that I'm a good girl gone wild. They used to let me have co-ed sleepovers and hang out with guys whenever I wanted. Anyways, I was talking to my sister, 15, and she told me about this bet that my family made. I guess in retaliation for me not answering their calls, they were betting if I'd become a slut in college. Sounds so fucked up. They were speculating on when I'd lose my virginity, how many guys I'd sleep with, if I'd sleep with a girl, etc. She sent me a few screenshots, and it seemed almost like a big passive-aggressive joke. It wasn't just my parents in on it. It had my siblings, cousins, and aunts. While they were seemingly kidding, I felt extremely embarrassed. I didn't know how to bring it up because I didn't want my sister to get in trouble for showing me, so it went on for a while. I finally texted my mom about it and asked her if she would please delete the chat or at least add me to it so it wasn't just my family talking and clowning me behind my back. I didn't mention that it was my sister who had shown me it. My mother insisted that they weren't talking about me and that I was being a prima donna, even though I literally have evidence. Since it was obvious that they weren't going to delete it, I told my mom that I wasn't going to come home for Christmas and I wasn't going to come visit after her surgery. She's having surgery soon and she asked me to come. Partially out of anger and because of embarrassment. Christmas is my mom's favorite holiday and she always goes all out for it. She wanted me to be her caretaker after the surgery since after Christmas her money will be tight. And she didn't want to pay for one. She says that I'm abandoning her, and I think that she thinks that I'm abandoning her, and I think that she stabbed me in the back.
a couple points of assholishness might be predicated on the severity of said surgery. But generally,
bless you.
No, you're an asshole. No.
I'm gonna see a post. Am I an asshole for sneezing on my fiance's podcast?
Am I an asshole for farting in her mouth for that? No.
Oh, eat the poo poo.
Making her eat the poo poo.
Making her eat the poo poo.
But I mean, one thing with the whole silent treatment thing is like always finessing, like how long it will go.
Yeah.
Right? Or like when will you actually like solve the issue, I guess. But you know, I don't know.
I don't think she's an asshole, but like you said, it depends on the severity of the surgery, because if it's pretty bad, you can end up being a giant asshole.
Yeah.
But that's if things go wrong. But if things go right, it's like, I think the only reason why she would be an asshole if her mom died or some shit.
Yeah. But if it's something where, like, you know, breast implants or just something like removing a bunion or nothing terminal,
yeah,
or like it wasn't for something that's life threatening,
yeah,
then it's whatever.
Yeah. But I still think, I don't know how the silent treatment's going to work in the long run, like you said, but I think she needs to not talk to her mom or aunts for a little bit to think about what she would say continuously to them to get them to understand. Because that's pretty fucked up.
It's pretty fucked up.
The whole family is betting on, like, they're just...
But then constantly...
That's not support at all.
Yeah.
There's no support.
But
so
then
why should she support her mom?
Yeah. But they're acting like brats about it.
And she brought it up to her mom.
And she
her mom
lied.
Denied it.
Yeah.
Even though she has physical evidence that they're talking smack behind her back.
Yeah.
Just because she went off to college to get an education.
Yeah.
After you gave her co-ed sleepover parties.
Yeah. It's pretty messed up.
It's like, when did you change? I don't know. Some of these people are weird sometimes. And it's parents usually.
Yeah.
Is it like...
This is a weird thing to do.
Because I don't want to put anybody's business out there, but there's a mom in someone's life that I know that is saying that Christmas is going to be ruined because of a situation that the mom didn't really ever need to be in.
I know this person?
Yes, I just don't want to give out too much.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, like, what happens when you become a parent that, like, changes your...
I think, in part, something that we don't talk about enough is, I think it has been touched upon, but, you know, I think it's been kind of relegated to just being a millennial complaint point. But kind of the Gen Z and Boomer entitlement, I think, extends into some of them having entitled parenting styles. Mm-hmm. Like basically being entitled to, like, hey, well, you know, I raised you, I did all this stuff for you, you owe me to get back to me.
Yeah.
But especially in a lot of situations, it's like, well, you didn't even do that for your own parents. Yeah. Everything that you're requesting from me.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm expected to do all this for you, and I'm in a worse, like, an economy that's worse for success than yours. And I'm required to make a family of my own, like, while you're adding this burden on to me. Like, that seems messed up, but I think that's common.
It very much is, because...
But then, It's also tough though. Well, go ahead. Say it.
Well, I was just gonna say this person was not asked.
Yeah.
For their permission to give up their place that they pay for.
Yeah. But then the other tough part of it too is that I guess the previous generation, just to kind of see it from both sides, has also been required, not required, like kind of required to extend how long they are also helping their kids, which also sucks, I guess. Yeah. So then maybe part of it is that they feel like they should get something back from that, because I guess at that point it is an adult to an adult transaction.
Yeah.
But I think that it still need, like in this particular situation, I think it still needs to be conversational, like the one that you're talking about, where it's like, okay, thank you for doing the extra stuff for me, and like kind of helping me, either paying for your college or letting me live with you past age 18 or whatever.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that you get to control me forever.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, you know, once I have my own things, you have to respect them, kind of thing,
you
right?
have to ask me.
Yeah, you have to ask. Yeah. It's not, you can't just like, oh, well,
you can't expect
you lived with me for extra years after you graduated college, so I'm just gonna borrow your car, or let your cousin take your car, or like let my boyfriend borrow your car or something, or your stepdad, you know, what, some weird shit.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just take stuff from another adult,
yeah.
regardless of without asking, regardless of if you raise them or not.
And that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah. I mean, it's, like, because you shouldn't just not ask in any sense. Like, I'm not really happy with anybody taking anything from me without asking.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that we share together. It's like, if it's mutually yours and mutually mine, then yeah. Or if it's like a consistent thing, like you borrow the car often, you don't need to ask.
Yeah.
Because you're always borrowing.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. Or
yeah.
But that kind of thing is so crazy. But in the grand scheme of things, also just like, you know, making long-term hurtful games and jokes about somebody, like, I don't know how you would ever think that would go well.
And if it's like a bet that you're making, how are you gonna figure out the numbers? That's where my head goes at.
Yeah.
How are you gonna figure all this? Who's gonna win the bet, and how do you determine?
If she's not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
And then, I mean,
so you literally just doing it just to, I don't even know why, just to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's mean. And then, you know, at this point, not understanding the power that you have as a parent to impact your kids or cause trauma with, like, if you're engaging in basically high school bully type of activity with your child, that's impactful like tenfold.
Yeah, dude. I saw on Reddit, on the Insane Parents subreddit, a picture of this little girl crying because her parents are burning her new shoes. And they posted it up on Instagram.
They burned her new shoes?
Yeah. They just threw it in the bonfire.
Oh, wow.
A little fire pit that they had outside. And she's like, this little girl just crying.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you better behave in my house. It's like,
yeah.
So you take her new shoes that were wrapped in a Christmas wrap for Christmas, and you burn it in front of her, and then you take pictures and post it up on the internet.
Viral parenting. I think that's the new term. Viral parenting needs to stop. Parenting your kids is not an opportunity to get views.
Yeah, because unfortunately you're your kid's guardian, and well.
Yeah. Well, because I mean,
you're giving consent to it.
Because the thing is, if you're choosing how to punish your kids the same way that somebody chooses how to do pranks for videos, then you're not thinking about the impact, long-term
psychological effects.
Impact. Yeah,
they're gonna be thinking, "Oh, pranking people is okay."
Yeah,
until they take it too far.
Yeah, or like that's how they're gonna like. If somebody does, if one of their friends does something that they don't like, they'll do a malicious prank to them. Yeah. And then you wonder, you wonder why that shit happens, where kids are like, oh, well, this bitch leaves her candy wrappers in my car all the time, so I cut her brake line. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Or chopped like, off all her hair when she was sleeping.
Yeah. Or I start fucking her boyfriend.
Yeah, that's a mean girl status right there.
Yeah. So,
doesn't make sense.
We gotta. It's crazy. This has to be said, but don't bully your fucking kids.
Yeah, and don't post them up on the internet.
Yeah,
I'm not ever doing that.
I'm not about that shit. But yeah, if your mother's surgery wasn't super serious, you're not the asshole. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and don't give her the silent treatment for too long.
Yeah, it can't be forever. You should have a plan out, that you guys need to have a discussion.
Yeah.
You definitely need to. This needs to culminate in some kind of communication for sure. But, and also, as much as it sucks for your sister, you might just need to out it.
Yes, I agree.
But then maybe try to get your sister to be an ally in this. Like, what are they going to do? Ground her for outing a malicious game?
Yeah, that just shows more colors.
Yeah. So, if anything, you should try to get your sister, or maybe hit up some of your other siblings and, get them to realize how fucked up this is, and, have some people, mobilize.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it's tough. When you're in? She would be 18, right? Freshman in college, and then 15-year-old sister. 15-year-old. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, my only advice is, you're not a slut until you take it in the butt. No, I'm just playing. Experiment in college. That's where you do it. Be safe about it, obviously, and
do what you want.
Don't be a boring sex partner in the future, because
And watch out for fuck boys, and if you
definitely watch out for those motherfuckers.
And if you're a college person and you make the decision that you want to experiment with fuck boys or fuck girls, then you take responsibility for what happens. Don't start making blanket assessments that, oh, guys ain't shit, chicks ain't shit, because you're choosing to only go after party chicks and party dudes. That's what they do. And I don't understand how all you motherfuckers go to college and then don't realize this, and then think that you're being treated like shit, and then that's the commonality of all people who share a gender with them. That's fucking dumb. If a motherfucker has 240s taped to his fucking hands, he's not, absolutely not, but very much the likelihood of that dude being a long-term boyfriend is low at this point in his life.
I agree. I don't think I've ever duct taped beers to my hands. I always said no and just walked away and had my beer.
Just drink out of the can or a bottle. Civilized.
Yeah. You want civilized people.
So know what you want, and and understand what type of people are likely to give that shit to you. Because if a motherfucker's a party animal, and especially if he's the chisel jaw TikTok fuck boy, you're not likely to get a drama free like relationship out of that person, unless they really you really know them and they're sweet. If you have any inkling of like, oh, I can change X, Y, and Z about them, it's a wrap. Don't bother with it.
You don't want to change people.
In college is not where people are looking to change. If they're doing what they're doing, they're going to continue doing it in college. You're not going to get this like probably like on your way to your 30s, like after college is when you're starting to try to mature and like be a real adult. College is not where you're going to do that. So don't try to get these motherfuckers to do that shit.
Yeah.
Find somebody who's already there or already a relatively similar package to what you're looking for. And, calm down with the check marks of everything that they need to have. Because that shit's crazy. It's like a girl will have a fucking checklist of every... or guy. Someone will have a checklist of everything that they want in somebody and then try to force that on like the motherfucker who seems like they're gonna have a future alcohol problem.
Yeah.
It's like, where is that on the list?
It's not on the list.
Yeah. I'm obviously passionate about that part of it.
Yeah, you are. We all witnessed and heard you be very passionate.
But I just want to leave that with you.
It's nice of you to leave that.
Yeah, just I feel like it'll give you a lot less heartache, and also
you're real emotional right now. Oh, never mind.
Don't bully your children.
Yeah, don't bully your children.
Yeah. But yeah. And then maybe they don't realize. Maybe she's a fucking nerd. Actually, nerds get play now.
Yeah.
So that's why they made the game. They're just so really into... You come from a nerdy family who likes D&D, and they want to add that to real life situations.
They want to add that to your character stats,
yeah.
I guess.
So it's not whether you're a slut, it's whether you're going to be experienced. So it's your experience levels. And then when you get to level 15, you're going to be able to join into their D&D sex parties. Wow. Didn't mean to go there. That's where we'll end the show. Woo!
Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining our twinsy episode. Sorry Henry couldn't be here. Like, comment, and subscribe. That sounds disgusting to say because it makes me feel like a 13-year-old YouTube fuckface. But it doesn't matter.
But we love you.
Because we love you.
We love you.
So we'll see you next time. Camp Oddwood. Goodbye, Odd Squad.
Peace. Woot. Peace.